news comes first. This is ABC-7 Extra.
Welcome to ABC-7 Extra Sunday edition. Good evening. I'm Saul Saenz. By now, everyone has received one of these in the mail. This is a copy of a homeowner's property taxes. If you're a property owner, chances are you notice your property values have gone up, and as a result, your property taxes went up as well. Well, tonight we sit down with the executive director and chief appraiser for the El Paso Central Appraisal District, Dinah Kilgore. Ms. Kilgore breaks down everything you need to know about your property taxes, how your home is appraised, and some tips on how you can protest your taxes.
Yeah, I've never filed a protest. I don't know how, what the procedure is.
Everything we do is by state law. So when we send out a notice of appraised values, those notices have to go out around April 1st of every year that we do appraise, reappraise, and so notices went out this year. Attached with your notice is a lot of information, and there is the notice of protest. It's already filled out with the property owner's name and address and property identification number. And it's your opportunity to mark the box that you feel like it's over market, it's not equal, mark all the boxes if you want, sign it and mail it back or drop it off before the deadline, which is May 17th this year. It's usually May 15th, but that's a Saturday, so by Monday, May 17th, or 30 days from the date of your notice, whichever is the later. You want to get that in the mail, even if you're not sure that you want to continue with the protest. It is a protest of value. So even if you're not sure you want to protest, I always tell everybody, get it in so that we can have it on record that you filed a protest timely. Then you have time to do your research and find out if you really want to follow through with it. With the protest, once we receive it, then we're going to send you an appointment letter that will give you the date of your appointment. You can come in anytime before that appointment and visit with an appraiser informally, one-on-one on our second floor. What you want to do is, if you have damage to your property, take pictures. Get estimates of what it costs. You have water damage. You have old appliances, old carpets. So yes, the market may be at a certain rate, but you're going to have to upgrade your home. And so you want to be able to bring that information to us. We don't know. So we do mass appraisal. We look at a neighborhood as a whole, but individually, you may have extenuating circumstances that you wouldn't be able to sell it. For that, you would have to fix it. So we always encourage everybody, bring photos, bring estimates of what it would cost to fix it, bring a market analysis that maybe you went to a realtor and had them do a market analysis for you as to what the homes are selling for. So we want people to be aware. This is all done by state law. We have to appraise as of January 1 based on the market. And the market last year in 2020 and going into 2021 and even now is hot. El Paso, not just El Paso County, but throughout the state. It's a very hot market, and throughout the country. A hot market is we have a low supply of homes out there and a high demand. We still have the demand that we had pre-COVID. People are still wanting to buy homes. Interest rate is low, so they can upgrade. You know, for the same payment that they're paying now, they may be able to upgrade into a newer home or a nicer home, bigger home, and pay the same mortgage payment. Financing is a little more available. The tax rates themselves are set by the different taxing entities, your schools, your cities, your county, and that's based on what expenses they have and what revenue they feel like they're going to need. The way the tax code reads, as the market value goes up and appraised values go up, tax rates should go down so that it still equalizes, that they get the same amount of revenue this year as they did last year. But again, they have to know what their expenses are and what their rates are. And they'll start having their rate hearings usually about August. You'll start seeing in the media that there are rate hearings. One of the tips, make sure you have your exemptions. Make sure you have your homestead. If you're over 65, make sure that you have that over 65 exemption. If you're a veteran and you have a % of disability, make sure you have those exemptions. It's very important. It will help you. So make sure you have your exemptions. So that's one of the first things we'll look at when somebody files a protest and comes in to see us. Did they get their exemptions? If they didn't, then we're going to help them file for those exemptions. We will look at again, we do mass appraisals. So we look at a neighborhood as a whole. We try to kick out the outliers, values that are way too low or way too high. And so we look at kind of a mass. Then when you come in, when you file a protest, we'll look a little more detailed with you to see what the market is, show you where we're getting that information. With you bringing in photos or estimates of what it would cost to fix something, if you bring that information in, that is what we need. We don't go inside the homes, and we will not go inside the home. We will do some field checks. We're out in the field every year. A lot of people don't realize, but our appraisal staff works in the field all year long. So while everybody was quarantined in their house, we were out in the field looking at what was changing in the county. We were picking up new improvements because of new permits. But we don't go inside, and we're not going to go inside. So bring us in those photos. I always tell everybody, one of my cliches, I guess, is if you still have a home that has avocado appliances and shag carpet and felt wallpaper, bring that to us, because that's probably going to have to be upgraded before you will hit that market that's in your neighborhood. But we need to know that. So we want people to come in. The chances of success when you bring in that information are very high. We have to reappraise all properties in the county of El Paso at least once every 3 years. And so what we do with commercial properties and business personal property, which is the fixed assets and the inventory of a business, that's appraised every single year. And we go out and visit all these businesses, and we appraise those every year. Residentially, we look at the neighborhoods to see what neighborhoods have gone up or gone down. People say, oh, you never lower values. We do. If the market goes down, we do lower. We have to. We lower values. So every year we go out and we look at what neighborhoods may have seen increases, what neighborhoods have been pretty stable, or what neighborhoods have kind of gone down because of either market or maybe something that's happened in their neighborhood, like they build a waste treatment plant or something. So we do that every year. This year is a total reappraisal year, and because of the market, pretty much everybody in El Paso County saw an increase in residential properties. On home values, there is a cap, and it was set by legislature several sessions ago, that the market value will go to where the market is. But what you pay on can only be 10% higher than what you paid the previous year. Now that's for homesteaded residential properties. It has to be your primary resident, can't be a rental, it's your homestead. So it cannot go up more than 10%. Your market value could go up 17%. Now we have an average of 17%. So it could go up 17%. Now that's an average. Some went up higher, some didn't go up as high, but average in the county, it was a 17% increase. So it could go up 17%, but you're not going to pay on a 17% increase. You're going to pay on a 10% increase from the year before on what you actually pay on. So when you look at your notice, there'll be under the year 2021, there'll be your market value, then there'll be a lower value, and that's what you're going to be paying on because of the cap. If you don't have that, then you're paying, your value went up less than 10%. You're paying less than 10%. So it won't change. Now, in legislature right now, they're meeting, the session is going on right now, and there are several bills that will adjust that cap to a 5% cap instead of a 10% cap, which, a lot of people are like, I'm one of them. Yeah, go ahead, which is great. And there's other bills about more exemptions for homeowners that would help the homeowners with higher exemptions, less, value being taken off.
You're watching ABC-7 Extra. When we come back, ABC-7 photojournalist Sean Felice gives us a step-by-step explanation of how to read and understand your current appraisal and how to protest your property values. This is ABC-7 Extra, where news comes first.
If you rank midsize SUVs by lowest maintenance cost, the Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport are number 1 and 2. Now's the time to sign and drive. Lease a new Atlas Cross Sport for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing, or get 0% APR financing for 72 months.
With Steel, the great American outdoors are closer than you think. Our AK Homeowner Series starts at just $199.99. Pick up at over 10,000 local Steel dealers. Real Steel. Find yours.
With Long John Silver's $10 shrimp shares, you can enjoy grilled shrimp, hand battered shrimp, or popcorn shrimp. Your choice for just $10, because now is not the time to scrimp on shrimp. Long John Silver's Fish Share.
With Root Insurance, you have the power to control your own rates, and that could save you a lot of money. Root is a new type of car insurance that looks deeper than other insurers by using the sensors in your smartphone to understand important details about how you actually drive. That's how Root is able to give better drivers a better price. Here's how it works. Download our app, get on the road, and then get a quote. Learn how you can take control of your car insurance at joinroot.com.
Extra research, extra depth, extra style. What's really going on in the borderland? Eric, Stephanie, and Saul have the story behind the story. Weeknights on ABC-7 at 10, where news comes first.
If you rank midsize SUVs by lowest maintenance cost, the Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport are number 1 and 2. Now's the time to sign and drive. Lease a new Atlas for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing, or get 0% APR financing for 72 months.
Welcome back to ABC-7 Extra Sunday edition. ABC-7 photojournalist Sean Felice went to the Central Appraisal District offices. He spoke with homeowners protesting their property values.
I was really surprised that my appraised value went up like $30,000. And I said, where did they come out with these figures? How did they determine, how to raise the appraisal of your homes?
So looking on your notice, you've got your 2020 and you've got your 2021. We have to separate what the actual building value is, and then we add in your lot, what the value of the land, the lot is that your building sits on, and that's your total value. Now that's for 2020, here's 2021. So go down here and you will see over here to the far right or left, depending on what you're looking at, it's your exemptions that you're getting. So if you see an HS here, you're getting a homestead. So let's go over here. The city's grants a $5,000 exemption, the county $5,000, and the school district, by law, has to give a $25,000 exemption. So your proposed appraised value is this, same as that one. Now let's subtract those exemptions, the $5,000 for the city, the $5,000 for the county, and the $25,000 for the school district. And we now have, for the city, a value of $192 instead of $197, $192 for the county, and only $172 for the school district. So it's gone down from $197 to $172 is what you're going to pay on. So these, when you add these, that's what you're paying on, is this value. The community college and the hospital do not have any exemptions. The only exemptions they allow are veterans, a disabled veteran. Does that help?
I wasn't happy with it, but what can you do?
When it comes to property taxes, Texas is in like the top 25 percentile. We're very high with property taxes. But when you add in everything else, like state income tax and other fees and taxes that different states charge, some states charge a tax on your personal goods in your home. So when you add those in, we're in the bottom part of taxation against citizenry. So are we the best? No. Are we the worst? No. But you know what? We're getting things done. Schools have to be paid for. Streets have to be paid. Police and fire have to be paid. So where does that money come from? Unfortunately, majority of it comes from property tax now. When I first started in this business, your property taxes generated about 35 to 37% of the overall revenue for a city or county. We're now in like almost 60%. We're in a higher percentage of what property tax is, the revenue that is needed for a taxing entity. So it has kind of flipped around.
Oh, I had no problem with it. I just came down here and they reviewed my paperwork and they said, okay, and they changed it.
You got what you were asking for?
Yes.
Do you think that that's going to happen again this time?
Nah, I don't know, man, because I think the reason they're doing this is because they need to make up for some lost income. And so they're jacking up everybody's property value in order to make up that difference. What it's doing is I'm on a fixed income right now. You know, they should have did this a couple years ago before I retired. So I don't know. I just hope that they see it the same way, you know.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Attached with your notice is a lot of information, and there is the notice of protest. It's already filled out with the property owner's name and address and property identification number. And it's your opportunity to mark the box that you feel like it's over market, it's not equal, mark all the boxes if you want, sign it and mail it back or drop it off before the deadline, which is May 17th this year. It's usually May 15th, but that's a Saturday, so by Monday, May 17th, or 30 days from the date of your notice, whichever is the later. You want to get that in the mail, even if you're not sure that you want to continue with the protest. It is a protest of value. So even if you're not sure you want to protest, I always tell everybody, get it in so that we can have it on record that you filed a protest timely. Then you have time to do your research and find out if you really want to follow through with it. When you get your appointment letter, then you can come in and visit face-to-face with an appraiser because you've got that appointment letter. You've filed your protest, you got an appointment letter, and you can come in before your appointment date or even on the day of your appointment. Second floor, you know, like everybody's so second. People will come in, we'll have them wait here. They'll be in the offices here or downstairs waiting. And this is for an informal with the appraiser. So residential, they'll come in here, they'll sign in with our person at the window. We have another monitor right here that the property owner will be able to view everything. The appraiser staff will have their monitors, so we don't have to turn them, or the property owner doesn't have to lean over to look. So we'll have a monitor where everything that the appraiser is seeing, the property owner will be able to see. Folks that cannot settle with an appraiser, or they just don't like what the appraiser can offer and they want their chance at another hearing, that's their other hearing. Some folks won't even go to the informal. They'll go right, I don't want to waste time, I'm going to go right to the formal. That's their right to do that. But we always tell everybody, 9 times out of 10 or 99% out of 100%, we can work with you on an informal basis and come to an agreement, come to a settlement, so then you're done. We schedule your informal and your formal all on the same day so that you only have to take 1 day off from work, but that doesn't mean you have to wait till that day. Protest. Protesta over here. There's a review board over here. The Appraisal Review Board is a group of citizens that were appointed by the local administrative judge. They sit on panels, and 3-member panels, and they listen to what we call formal hearings. They have the property owner and the appraisal district representative presenting their evidence. It's like a little bit like arbitration. Then they determine which one had the most preponderance of evidence, which one had the most evidence.
I took pictures of my home front and back, a couple of pictures from inside, just to show them that, you know, hey, my property value shouldn't be going up because my house is still the same.
You're watching ABC-7 Extra. When we come back, Ms. Kilgore warns homeowners about scrupulous businesses charging homeowners for services that are free. We'll be back.
It's fight night at Casa Kia, and we've got a savings showdown for the ages. In the red corner, we've got Kia K5s with 0% APR for 60 months. And in the blue corner, get a Kia Forte with 0% APR for 66 months.
Choose from hundreds of new Kias, all with knockout savings.
Let's get ready to save at Casa Kia or online at CasaKia.com.
Our Casa is to Casa, here at Casa Kia.
No matter what your business is, you want it to be profitable. As the expert on what your company needs to succeed, take marketing into your own hands and create your own success. Reach your business goals by taking advantage of ProLink, our premium business page option at Borderland Local Links. Only $99 for the entire year. Customers are looking for you. Make sure you connect with them through Borderland Local Links. Simplify your marketing plan with a premium business page at borderlandlocallinks.com.
When shopping for the customer, I always ask myself, would I buy this?
You have someone that cares going through and hand-selecting products that we would buy for our own families.
Making sure you get the highest quality that we have, the freshest of the fresh.
Our goal is to be as fast and reliable as possible.
When an order drops, we make sure that's priority.
You can order from the safety of your home, whether it's to your car or your doorstep, we'll bring the groceries right to you.
World events are causing U.S. auto dealers to raise prices. Not Oscar Leaser's Hyundai of El Paso. Our prices are locked in. Don't miss these price drops on over 400 new Hyundais. Like new 2021 Koenigs, $5,000 off MSRP. Locked in at $5,000 off MSRP. And new Elantras, only $159 a month. Locked in at $159. And new Sonatas, only $179 a month. Locked in at $179. Lock in your savings at Oscar Leaser's Hyundai of El Paso.
Welcome back to ABC-7 Extra Sunday Edition. The Executive Director for the Central Appraisal District gives homeowners tips on how to avoid being scammed by groups who claim they can help with your property tax exemptions for a fee.
Your exemptions, to file for your exemptions, don't buy into that we'll file for you, but we're going to pay you a fee. No, it is free. There's a lot of companies out there that will charge you to file an exemption. Don't believe them. You know, there's nothing we can do about them, you know, free enterprise. But call us. We'll mail you the forms. The forms are online. You can download them, fill them out, mail them in. Or you can come in and we'll make sure that your forms get filled out. And that's free. Same with filing a protest. It's free. So file. What people don't realize on those is some of them are a flat fee, like $25 or $50. Some of them charge you a percentage of what they save you by filing it. And some of them you sign over power of attorney. So then they receive all of the notices, they receive the bills, they, you know, have the power to file a protest for you. So you really have to read those. And all you're thinking, oh, they'll file my exemption for me. But there's a power of attorney there that allows them to file their exemption for you. But it also allows them to file a protest, to see your tax bill, to see your notice. So throw those away, call us, and it's free, and we'll make sure you get your exemption. What we've set up this year, it's new, is if you don't file a protest, you don't know if you want to or not, but you just want information. Because of COVID, we're not having that type of walk-ins. But there is, on our website, there is a section you can go into, you put in your information, and then you submit it, and then an appraiser within about 24 hours will call you and visit with you. We also have a phone bank. You can call in, they can take your information, and then an appraiser will call you back and visit with you. Because a lot of people think the ARB are employees of ours, the Appraisal Review Board, and they're not. They're citizens like anybody else. They file, they go before an interview with a local administrative judge. The appraisal district has nothing to do with their training. That's handled by the state comptroller or by themselves. They have an officer, they have a chairman and a secretary that is appointed again by the local administrative judge. And the appraisal district, basically, we give them room and board. It was what we do. And we, you know, clerical assistants, but they are all handled by and monitored by the comptroller's office. We have 35 ARB members, and they serve on 3-member panels. They can get together for larger panels if it is a large property, but they normally sit on 3-member panels. We don't charge a tax rate. Appraisal district doesn't have a tax rate. We don't get taxpayer funds. Our budget is set up differently. All the entities pay a portion for us to do this, which we have to do by state law, and they have to accept our numbers. Just like everybody else, they can protest. But yeah, it's the taxing entities, the school district, when they set their rate. When you look on your notice, you're going to see rates there. Those are estimated rates based on last year's rates that we have to put on the notice by state law. We have to give you that information. That's not going to be your final rate. The rate hearings are going to be happening in probably maybe starting in July with some of the schools, August and September, setting their rates. The bills need to go out by October 10th, so they'll be setting their rates and setting their budgets. So you're exactly right. Go in and talk to them. When they have those rate hearings, go in and let them know, how you feel. Let us know about the market. If you don't feel like your home could sell for what the market's going for, that's what you let us know. And tell us if your home has got damage and you don't think it could sell for what the market is, you're happy with the market, but you're going to have to do some repairs to your home, bring that information into us. Let us know. That's the appraisal part of it.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Saul Saenz, and this has been ABC-7 Extra Sunday Edition. Good night y buenas noches.